I've been trying to finish up a couple projects on the homestead before winter settles in. It always seems as though fall ends too quickly. The garden has been put to rest for the season, and the trees have lost all their leaves. There's a chill in the air that can't be ignored. The kind that stings your face when you step outside, reminding you that winter is coming. The goats are adjusting to the colder temperatures, getting outside as much as possible before the next snowfall. But it has been a race to get the chicken coop and goat shed ready for the below freezing temperatures. This is the goats' first winter, so I wanted to make sure they'd be comfortable, dry, and protected from the cold air and snow.
Wow.
We've had a lot of rain this season, and even our first snowfall, so the ground outside of their shed and near their fence became muddy and difficult for the goats to walk through. I began to lay down sand to absorb some of the wet conditions, and I added a few drainage mats over the rough spots.
Take on my heart, I love you. Don't let us part, I love you. Dear little girl, sweet little girl, sweeter than the rose of Erin, are your winning smiles endearing. Take on my heart, your glances with Irish art and trances, come be my own, come make your home in my heart.
One of the common issues that can occur with goats is hoof rot. I wanted to make sure their hooves were trimmed and their feet cleaned before the days got any colder. It was our first time trimming their hooves since we brought them home a few months ago, so it required both of us to do the job. The hardest part was wrangling them up to get a safe hold of their hoof.
It's okay. Oh, I know.
I've already gone through a winter with the chickens, so getting their coop ready was no problem and went much quicker than the first time I did it. The challenging part was keeping the goats off the plastic as I was measuring and cutting the pieces I needed. I guess they felt that they were doing their part to help.
Well, it was in my childhood days. Oh Lord, many long years ago. Now with the Spirit, now of my Savior, I was filled, Lord, filled. Oh, in that old fascinating, oh Lord, our memories, they linger still in that little, oh, that wooden church house out on a hill. You know every Sunday morning, help me hang the family prayer. Then to that old country wagon, all would feel, oh Lord, all would feel. Well, we got out on a journey, moving over rocks, God knows and real. That little, oh, that wooden church house out on a hill. Well, when that old-fashioned preacher, oh Lord, give out the me to him, then every heart breaks now with the Holy Ghost. Oh, would feel, oh Lord, oh, would feel. Well, people.
I've been wanting to make biochar for my garden for quite some time. Biochar is a charcoal-like substance that forms when you burn organic matter, such as untreated hardwood, in a controlled way, long and slow, creating little to no smoke from the burn. What you get is an amazing, nutrient-rich matter that I can use in the garden to feed my soil and the plants. Biochar also helps reduce the amount of greenhouse emissions released into the air and retains water. It's considered to be black gold in the organic regenerative farming world. I had been thinking about ways I could build my own kiln, and it finally came to me when a neighbor was selling an old oil burner. It was perfect, so I jumped at the opportunity. I knew I could convert this into a biochar kiln, creating a door on one end and adding some holes along the bottom for airflow. There's still a couple things I'm working on this season, such as finding another way to get our water on the homestead and coming up with a long-term storage solution for hay. Right now, I'm storing the goats' hay in my greenhouse, but I'll need that greenhouse come early spring for starting my plants, so I hope to have another solution here before then. We have a well for water, but it's shallow and doesn't produce enough water for our household. So we have water trucked in each month that goes directly into our cistern.
How you doing, Bo?
The only guy that delivers it in the area is getting older, so we want to make sure we have our own way to get the water instead of relying on him. One way we hope to do that is to get a utility trailer and a large water storage tank to haul it ourselves. As the season changes and we head into winter, I've been staying warm inside and coming up with new herbal tea blends. This is the time of year when I crave all the warming spices like cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, and allspice. So I combined many of these chai spices with the superpower of the chaga mushroom to create a delicious tea that is also very healing and supports the body. Chaga not only boosts the immune system and is loaded with antioxidants, but it also combats skin aging and is a natural energy boost. It also increases testosterone and libido for men, which is why I include it in my Beam Me Up tea. It's a superfood with powerful medicinal benefits, so I'm excited to now introduce a new seasonal tea blend called Chaga Chai for a limited time. I'm already starting to plan my garden for the next grow season, and I can't wait to have fresh homegrown plants back in my life again. I've been experimenting with growing microgreens indoors and already had my first harvest. I had some trouble growing cilantro microgreens, but decided to try again using some pro techniques that I hope will help. I put a thin layer of coco coir over the top of the seeds and sprayed them with a 1% mixture of food-grade hydrogen peroxide, as well as the bottom of the tray that I'll put on top to get them to germinate. I'll keep spraying them with this solution until they begin to sprout, and then put them under the grow lights and begin to bottom feed them with a filtered water and sea mineral mixture. I'm hoping this will help me have better success growing cilantro microgreens, which is one of my favorites. As the season changes yet again, and we approach the winter solstice, I'm trying to adjust to the changes too. Less daylight, less sun, more gray skies, and a stark stillness takes over. I remember when I lived in Arizona, where the sun cast its light brightly every day. Wide open desert skies, seeing every star, and people praying for rain. It was a rarity to have a gloomy, dark day. Here in the Midwest, you learn to appreciate the sun more, knowing that it's not going to show itself every day. You appreciate the warmth that it brings, even on the coldest of days, and the light that shines bright, making everything appear golden and sun-kissed, even on the days that are blanketed in snow. I look forward to another Midwest winter and the time to slow down, learn something new, dig into a good book, wear wool socks and sweaters, drink warm cider or tea, and simply be. And I will raise my arms to the sky and thank the sun each and every time it decides to bless me.